it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover. But there's never a good time to do it.
Preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know they become regular season. He's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Griffin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Griffin on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get up by oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Griffin will throw again. Now he's flushed out left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing again, Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Rudolph got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Here's Rudolph off play action. On the move to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And Boswell's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now they'll run with Lewis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there. Because
this is caught inside the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. They give them a gain of 38. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
It almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Tackle made there by Caleb Brantley.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. On play action, it's Dobbs. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Roger Lewis, 47 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second and 9 now from the 21. On second down, Dobbs. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. 11 more on that one and another first down. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. DeAnthony Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, it's a Gruden family trait to be aggressive, and Jay's going to go for 2 here. Now a toss coming right side. That's Thomas, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Dobbs now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. Dobbs. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keeps your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Jones. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now he fights it for a Redskin touchdown. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Extra point away from tying this thing up. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. So be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading. Two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Ohio!
Back to throw Dobbs. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now it's Crowder. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Ellis. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now Dobbs. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Toss play, Connor. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Dobbs. And he finds McDonald. And brought down, but not for they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and if he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Eluding the pressure right. Man, that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's back, and he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They give him a gain of 38. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing here, Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Ohio! Ohio!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Griffin. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Griffin. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. He's going to loft one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's forced out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Griffin on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Griffin keeps it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. RG3 scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And with flags down, he's up near the 40. But it looks like this one might be coming back. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run with Connor. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On play action, it's Dobbs. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And give him a gain of 37. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Flex round! Flex round! Bang, bang, bang! Flex round! Flex round! Shit!
Dobbs is throwing. Throw left side complete. It's Holmes. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now it's counter. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something to crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now RG3. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes.
So in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Let's go!
Now a first throw here in overtime. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. The temptation to go for it, probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out now come the Redskins. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Thomas. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there as you him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now what can RG3 do here in overtime? Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.